everybody, it's me, Homestead Tessie, and I'm just going to introduce to you a new series here on my channel. It is the 31 Days to a Simpler Amish Lifestyle. We are going to take 31 days and we are going to live and do things like the typical Amish woman would do. I'm really excited to share with you this new series. It's going to be 1 to 2 videos a week, and if you're interested in the Amish lifestyle, come join me on my channel, Homestead Tessie. Early morning. Today I'm going to share with you a little bit of a series coming here on my channel, and that is what would the Amish do. This series is going to go in depth into many different topics and subjects. What are the Amish buying habits at the grocery store? What can you find in an Amish home? And how can we create an Amish lifestyle in our home? Now, I am not going to talk about the religious part of the Amish. I'm going to more talk about the Amish wife and woman, and what are her rules, what are her, values, what are her traditions, what is her place in the home. I'm not glorifying the Amish religion or the Amish in any way, but I think that we can learn a lot from them, and we can take a lot from their thriftiness. We can take a lot from their peaceful lifestyle. I know not all homes in the Amish are peaceful. I am quite aware of that. But I thought it would be fun to implement some of the values and traditions the Amish have into our busy, hectic lifestyle of today. So it's going to be almost Amish. I am going to be showing you books when I have a book that I'm going to be referenced to, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, the Amish for me was never a mystery because I grew up in a plain community. So the Amish were just a little more plainer, a little more strict, but I grew up in that atmosphere. But for a lot of people, the Amish are a mystery, and it's so intriguing how the Amish live. While many of you would say, well, Tessie, you do live a lot like the Amish. I don't dress like the Amish. I'm not going to go into their religious part, but I'm going to go into just everyday life of the Amish wife. Now, my rules in my home are a lot like the Amish when it comes to a wife. My husband is in charge of all of our finances, and that is usually how it is in the Amish family. Now, with that being said, every Amish family is different. I am not stereotyping everybody into one category, but traditionally, the man was in charge of the finances in an Amish home. Traditionally, the woman stayed home and tended to her gardens and her home and her children. Traditionally, the women were the ones that did certain chores, and that is how I was raised as far as the value of the husband and then the value of the wife. I'm just going to go and share with you just different aspects of it. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be rewarding. It's going to be a very peaceful environment. But little things like, just for instance, we're going to do something that every Amish home has planted in her garden, and we call it meta tea, but it's actually mint. So I would say a lot of phrases and words like tea. I'm going to go pick my tea. I'm going to go fetch the wash. I'm so dooflick today. I'm so shushlick at this. These are words that the Amish use. These are words I grew up with that maybe not everybody understands. So let's go right into this video today, and let me share with you something the Amish have growing in every part of their house, outside of course. Every Amish home has this growing in her garden. Normally the Amish would have this growing at their kitchen, near their kitchen, or near a spigot. So if you have an outside spigot, where their pump hose, their pump house is. This is what we call meadow tea, what English people would call mint. So I often say the word tea and people don't understand what the word I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is mint, but we call it meadow tea. And the reason why we call it meadow tea is because in the farms, along the farms, the meadow have this growing wild. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to pick this and we're going to make a drink with it. So the Amish women would make this for their husbands who worked out in the field. This is a very refreshing drink. Now they make it cold, and this is supposed to really help quench their thirst when it's hot out. We're gonna cut a little more of it. I have about 15 varieties of this growing in my garden. It grows crazy wild. Like one little plant is all you need. So we're actually gonna make a concentrate today, and I'm gonna show you how that's done. Let's go to my outdoor kitchen and let's wash this up, and then let's get making some meta tea drink to help quench that thirst. Isn't that just absolutely beautiful? In the spring is when it's extremely flavorful. The early cuttings of the tea. We're gonna go ahead and we are going to put this in some boiling water. And to this, we're gonna add honey instead of sugar. Now, typically the Amish would use white sugar with this, but hubby likes it with honey. All right, let's go in the kitchen and make some of it. It's no secret that the Amish have gardens, and they're very proudful of their gardens. In fact, there is no weeds in a typical Amish person's garden. Now, lots of times they will have lots of children that help in the gardens, the girls especially. And I'm going to show you my garden, and I'm really extremely proud of it because I've worked really hard. And it's going to be mirrored into, what typically the Amish would have. Now, as the years go by, the Amish are starting to have more herbs. Herbs were something that they did not really know much about, but they're becoming really into the herbs in the garden here. So let me show you what my garden looks like today. So we have your typical onions right now growing, spinach. Lots of fruits and vegetables. And so I'm starting to grow more fruits. We have potatoes planted right in here. And then we have onions. Of course, it's early spring, so there's not a whole lot to see. But my elderberry bush is growing really well. All right, we're gonna go ahead and work here in my spinach patch. All right, we're gonna harvest my spinach from last year. Now this came up from last year. I would have had a lot more of it, but unfortunately, the cold frame broke and they froze. So I had to get another cold frame here. But I have lots of little spinach coming up, as you can see right there. The question is, can we truly, as English, so if you're not Amish, you're considered English, can truly an English person implement the Amish lifestyle and do it in a way that will give them a lot of peace and happiness, but not totally be Amish? You can, and depending on what level you want. So we can go really far with this if you wanted to, or we could just, go with the surface of it. So I do like dressing up in my outfits. I love my dresses, but also I like makeup. The Amish don't wear makeup. So I'm gonna implement for me more of the lifestyle, as far as they get up early, they go to bed early, they have their gardens, they're cooking in their kitchens, they're preserving. I'm gonna do all of that aspect of the Amish life and really stay out of the religious part of it, because I think for me is, my heritage is Mennonite, and so I grew up with the Mennonite religion. And I think that we can implement like different things in our lives. And I'm really excited for this. And I hope you are too, because I'm gonna go to the grocery store and I'm gonna tell you, what would the typical Amish woman buy? I see it all the time. I tried to film the other week and there was so many Amish in there I couldn't even film, because I really don't want to film the Amish, because that's, disrespectful. But we're going to go deep into, I'm going to contact an Amish person and I'm going to ask her different things. It's going to be a lot of fun. So let's go in the house and let's make some of our meta tea, and then I'll say goodbye to you with this video. And if you like videos like these, can you give me a thumbs up? It really helps me out. I'm trying to get my videos known into the YouTube algorithm a little more, and I really want to reach my goal. I'm close to getting there. All right, everyone, so we have the tea washed. Now we're just going to put it in a pan, and we're going to fill it with water. Now it really doesn't matter how much water you put in it. If you really want it really concentrated, you're not going to put as much in it. So I'm going to fill it so that it covers the tea. And I'll show you what we do next. So what you're going to do is, once the tea boils, you're going to turn it off the stove and let it sit for 2 hours. And then you're going to strain it, and then you're going to add a little water and you're going to drink it. All right, we'll see what it looks like when it's finished. So now you can either drink it hot, yum yum, or we can drink it cold. Here we go. This is what we would call meta tea. Now, of course, the farmers would drink this really ice cold when they're out working in the fields. It is absolutely amazing. Now, what you want to do is, if you don't like it very sweet, you are going to add 1 cup of cold to 1 cup of hot. It's how your preference is. I like it just like this, which is pretty sweet. But you can make it without any sweeteners whatsoever, or you can have it sweet like me. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Wait a minute, don't leave yet. I have lots of videos on Amish. If you're interested in the Amish lifestyle, interactive videos, take a look at them right here.